Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome everybody to the stream. Today got something a little bit different for all of you, which I'm excited about. Coming to you guys live from our quaint space, Zero Dark. And yeah, man. Excited to be here with each and every one of you. Waiting for Jeff to get here. But I figured, you know what? We're going to go live right now. And I want to talk about a couple of things that transpired over the course of the last, let's see, it's been last number of days as we're gearing up for Gears of War Reloaded, as we are gearing up for Gamescom, which I was planning on actually live streaming Gamescom on my personal YouTube channel, but they are not going to show anything Gears. And we're going to be talking about that here tonight, guys. Which is a real bummer to me. We're not getting any Gears of War related content. At least that's what we're hearing about, at least at this point in time. Xbox released an image showing a number of different things that are going to be shown at Gamescom over the next number of days of Gamescom, starting, I believe, the 20th and the 21st, or when they're doing their own thing. But let me just switch over here. There we go. Jeannie Love says, hi, can't believe they started releasing character trailers. You know what, Jeannie? I got to tell you, I actually think that they're kind of behind the curve a little bit with releasing anything at this point. Like, when I think about it, they should have released a lot of this stuff a while ago. And I mean, I know that they're, the game's coming out August, 26th. I think they're trying to not even reintroduce characters. They're trying to introduce characters for the first time to a number of new people who are coming into the franchise. But I feel like they've done a really, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I just don't think they've done a really good job of marketing Gears of War Reloaded. And the fact of the matter is, I'm actually getting more and more concerned about Reloaded's launch, because obviously we know that Helldivers is going to be, releasing simultaneously. But on top of that, I'm like, bro, why are you not going to be at Gamescom? It's like a great opportunity for Xbox. They're going to be there for 2 days, by the way. They're going to be at Gamescom for a couple of days. I mean, actually, they'll probably be there opening night live, because they'll be showing off Call of Duty Black Ops 7. And then they're going to be showing off a number of other games. They had an image that they released of all the games that they're showing at Gamescom. Some of it's not opening night live. It's like the 20th and the 21st. Obviously, opening night live is the 19th. But nothing on there for Gears, nothing on there for State of Decay, nothing on there for a lot of other games, right? They're showing off a number of games, but then, I mean, their biggest game that they're showing is certainly Black Ops 7. But it's such a great opportunity, I feel, that is a missed opportunity for them to show Gears of War Reloaded to everybody who's, going to be watching at Gamescom. Think of it like this. you have an opportunity in Cologne, Germany, which is where Gamescom's being held. You have an opportunity to show off Gears of War Reloaded and remind people, hey guys, this is still coming in a week. Like, I don't know. To me, it's asinine, asinine, whatever. I mean, whatever you want to call it. I think that the marketing has been pretty terrible, unfortunately. And maybe they're going to ramp it up like crazy. But I just feel like if I wasn't covering Gears on a super consistent basis and covering on the YouTube channel, keeping like in touch with everything that's going on, keeping a pulse on it, I feel like if I was just a normal consumer who just loved Gears of War, I would remember that Gears is coming, but or Gears of War Reloaded is coming, but I just feel like you need to send out reminders, and showing off the character trailers. I mean, it's cool, but I just think that the marketing, it's been like radio silent. And then all of a sudden you have like a couple of tweets here and there on X. And then you have a couple of things that get uploaded on YouTube. I just really want them to be more active. Developer diaries, things like that. It's going to be playable. We might get something from that. Yeah. I got a show for you guys tonight. Jeff is going to be, when Jeff gets here, I got a number of things that we're going to talk about. And we're going to be, of course, guys, we're going to be doing the Gears cast. We're going to be talking about everything in the world of Gears of War, some things that are going on, plus some insight into what it all means. We're also going to be talking about a couple other things because just been a lot of crazy stuff happening in the world of gaming. And with Gamescom coming, I mean, bro, I think Gamescom is it's gonna tell us a lot about, a number of the games that are coming out the rest of this year, but then it's gonna also show us a lot of what's coming into the future. And I'm hoping Gamescom can kind of turn into, in one way, shape, or form, it'd be cool if it could turn into another E3. I don't know if it will, because I have a feeling that Summer Game Fest maybe is more like E3 than Gamescom, but who knows? Gamescom might be E3 like overseas, like in Germany. And then you have Summer Game Fest is more like E3 here, or maybe Xbox, the Xbox Game Showcase is more like E3 here in the States. It's hard to say, but I just look, one of the things that happened, and I don't know if you guys heard about this, and we might touch on it here tonight during the Gears cast. Rod Ferguson, who was the studio head at the Coalition before he left to go to Activision Blizzard to create a number of Diablo games, he just recently stepped away from Diablo. And there's a number of people who have been bringing up the question of, will Rod Ferguson return back to Gears of War? And I'm going to tell you guys, I really don't want Rod Ferguson to come back to Gears of War. And it's not because I think he's a terrible game director, developer, whatever you want to call it. I think there were some things that Rod Ferguson did really well within when, being at the Coalition. I thought Gears of War 4 was awesome. I thought it was a great, overall, I really enjoyed Gears of War 4. It was like, okay, this is a good step in the right direction. But, we got Gears 5. And although Gears 5 wasn't terrible, I wouldn't say that it was. No Gears of War title to me is. I always look at Gears as, one of my favorite games of all time. And so I would say the weakest of them was certainly Gears of War Judgment. I believe that was the worst Gears of War title ever made. But I thought that Gears 5 of the Coalition era, Gears 5 was the weakest. Even though I did enjoy some of the multiplayer components, there were certain things I liked about it, but overall, as an experience, it was certainly probably the weakest of the Coalition era Gears of War titles. Rod Ferguson, though, leaving Diablo, leaving Blizzard, I don't want him to come back to Gears, because although he had mentioned that there was going to be a Gears 6, a Gears 7, Gears of War movie, he had greenlit all these different things. And he tends to do this. He did this to the Diablo community as well. He kind of mentions that, oh, we've got Gears 6, we got Gears 7, we got, Gears of War movie. He was mentioning that there was going to be, you're not going to have to wait as long for Diablo games after Diablo 4. We're going to have expansions and then the next Diablo and whatever. So, and then he leaves, right? He did this with Gears. Now he's doing it over at Blizzard. And I got to tell you, man, his mindset of the semi-open world scenario that we saw in Gears 5, I could just tell that his mindset was open world Gears of War titles. And I did not like it at all. And look, I think that it was cool that they tried it. Semi-open world look in Gears 5. They tried it. I don't want them to do it again. That's it. I think that Gears of War was built on a linear, dark, gritty story where if you have an open world Gears of War title, it's almost got to be a full-blown spin-off or something. It kind of like Gears of War Judgment. I feel like Gears of War Judgment, if you would have tried like an semi-open world or open world game within Judgment, it's like, okay, well, it's after Gears of War 3. I still think it would have been a major step in the wrong direction from Gears of War 3, one of the greatest games of all time, in my opinion. And then you come out with Gears of War Judgment. It was just like this major step in the wrong direction, in my opinion, for the franchise. But Bethesda is a part of Microsoft, and he said he was done with them, so I don't think he's coming back. I agree. I don't think so either. Because, he had mentioned that he was kind of stepping away from Blizzard and Microsoft, which would allude to the idea that he's not going to be coming back to Xbox or, Blizzard, the thing is that I feel like Rod, even though like I love that we got the rejuvenation of Gears of War, when you talk about from Ultimate Edition to Gears of War 4, Gears 5, Gears Tactics, Gears Pop, he did greenlight all these different things. And then he said, okay, the future is, Gears 6, Gears 7, Gears of War movie. He tries to kind of set it up where it's going to be, he tries to set up the franchise for success, but then he leaves. And look, I'm not saying that he was like here for one title and then left. I'm not saying that the direction was awful, but I don't think it was Gears. Like, we need what the Coalition's doing right now is what we need. We need Gears to go back to the dark, gritty, like horror elements, gritty action, narrative story. Yes, going back to Marcus and Dom, like I'll tell you guys this. I believe that Gears of War E-Day, and I've stated it a lot, is going to be the biggest Gears of all time. I do believe that. Here's where I get concerned though with Gears. It's not even so much E-Day, because I think E-Day is going to slam. I think it's going to be incredible. My concern is the future following E-Day, like where they go with Gears of War following E-Day. Do you do a sequel to E-Day? Because you can only use, I feel, Marcus and Dom so much. And it makes a lot of sense the way that they're doing it right now, because you're going, you're opening this up to PlayStation. So like a lot of a lot of people on PlayStation who've never played Gears, they get to see the backstory of Marcus and Dom, and then they can go right into playing. Obviously, they'll be playing Gears Reloaded here shortly. I mean, it's Gears of War Reloaded month. I mean, like we are very close to Gears of War Reloaded, um, which is awesome. But where I get concerned about the future of Gears is after E-Day. Because are you going to go from Gears of War E-Day? You're bringing all of these. Obviously, the Xbox community were bought in, right? We're like, okay, Gears of War E-Day's coming. We're along for the ride. Let's go. And then PlayStation, you get them bought in with Gears of War Reloaded and then Gears of War E-Day. But then where do you go from there? You know, will Gears of War E-Day just be the next 10 years of Gears? Like, they're going to be consistently adding new content to Gears of War E-Day? Are they, I don't know. Like, I would love to be able to say, yeah, Gears of War E-Day is going to be the Gears of the next decade. I mean, that would be awesome. But I just don't know if Gears is going to be that. I feel like Gears and Halo are very similar, where it's almost like, you know, they have a roadmap, and then once that roadmap ends, they move on to the next game, right? And so that's where I think we kind of are with even E-Day. As great as I believe it'll be, I still think that we're going to get another Gears after that. And the question is if you release another Gears of War title after E-Day, would it be a sequel to E-Day? Would it be a Gears of War like Pendulum Wars title? Or are you going to go all the way to Gears 6 after just finishing E-Day, which is set before Gears of War 1? And so that's where you start confusing the fan base. And I'm saying the new fan base coming in from PlayStation. I think that the more than likely what's going to happen is you have Gears of War E-Day that comes out after Reloaded. Gears of War E-Day comes out in 2026. And then a number of years later, you get that Marcus Phoenix collection, or you get a Gears of War 2 Reloaded, Gears of War 3 Reloaded as like full-blown remasters. And then the next Gears comes after that. And it's almost like I'm wondering if they're going to do like a soft reboot of Gears of War 4 or something. Like, I just don't, like, I guess bottom line is this, guys. I don't know if you go from Gears of War E-Day, or I should say Gears of War Reloaded. So you're talking Gears of War 1, going back, prequel before that to Gears of War E-Day. PlayStation's been introduced now to Gears. And then the next Gears after E-Day is Gears 6. So now you're going way into the future. All these PlayStation players are going to be like, wait, what? So it's almost like you've got to do E-Day, Gears of War 2 Reloaded, Gears of War 3 Reloaded, and then, I mean, maybe a sequel to, or I should say, like, I wouldn't even say like a spin-off, but with Gears of War 4, like do a remaster. I don't even know. And then lead up to Gears 6. I don't know. Part of me is kind of that's where, if you were to ask me, a Zero, what are you most concerned about when it comes to Gears of War? My biggest concern is that, I mean, look, at the end of the day, I am so, like, guys, this channel is a Gears of War channel. So at the end of the day, I'm just excited that we're getting Gears of War stuff. You know, Gears of War Reloaded, we're going all in. Gears of War E-Day, all in. And we're going to be, and that kind of leads me to this, I'm going to be streaming Gears of War Reloaded a lot for you guys, coming out with a lot of content on the YouTube channel in relation to Gears of War. Promise you that. We've got a lot that I am planning um for the channel when it comes to Gears of War Reloaded, leading us into E-Day, and then E-Day. I mean, we're going all in, guys, when it comes to E-Day. And I'm hoping that Gears Esports returns, go all in on esports and all of that stuff. I want Gears to be back, but I want us as a community to try to create a sustainable ecosystem. And of course, the coalition. And that's part of the reason why I'm like worried about the marketing and stuff. Cause it's like, dude, are people seeing this? Like, do people remember that Gears of War Reloaded is coming in like, less than 2 weeks? So I don't know. It's, yeah. I hope they put tactics on Switch 2 and PlayStation. Yeah, for sure. That would be sick. Um, yeah. I got to get back into playing some tactics. It's a cool concept. I love that they're kind of expanding Gears of War in the universe as a whole. I love that. The more lore, the more stuff that we can take in, the more ways that we can connect with Gears of War, the better, And so I think Gears Tactics coming to the Switch as well as PlayStation, I think that would be awesome. I really do. But anyways, I guess kind of wrapping up this whole thing with Rod Ferguson, I'm glad that I'm very happy, and big shout out to Rod Ferguson for what he did for Gears. He was definitely a Gears Viking. He definitely was passionate about Gears of War. I didn't agree once again with the direction that it was starting to go down. And I think it's better that you leave early than stay a little bit too late. And then a lot of issues happen within, the future entries of the series. Cause I think that I'm not going to say that Gear 6 would have been a complete and utter disaster. I just think that Gears of War would have felt more and more like some drastic shifts are happening within the franchise from game to game, similar to how like the Call of Duty community feels that's happening with Call of Duty. Call of Duty started as a military shooter, and now it's like the Fortnite of first-person shooters. We don't want to see that here with Gears. Gears was built as a dark, gritty shooter, horror title, and we want it to, yeah, you can veer a little bit and kind of change little tiny things, right? To maybe improve the experience or elevate the lore, the story of Gears. But when you start going from that dark grittiness to these like super bright colors, semi-open world, and then you start, like I said, Gears 5 to me, multiplayer wise, I liked the multiplayer. Everything else about the game, though, and Horde mode was okay, right? But I just didn't like, I was getting nervous about the direction that Gears was going in after Gears 5 released. And just because simply because we're seeing like the backlash from the community, just really giving the coalition a hard time about Gears 5. And the other thing that I really didn't like is that they changed it from Gears of War to Gears. I did not like that at all. We just say Gears as kind of like how we say COD, or any of the, like, whatever. Like, I did not like Gears. It's Gears of War, bro. It's not Gears. And Rod Ferguson was kind of like leading the charge with calling Gears of War Gears, and he made a game just called Gears. It's like, bro, no. Like, so I totally was not on board with that entire movement of just changing the name of Gears of War to Gears. It was just like, that's what we call it, dude. That's not what the game, like, you don't change the name from Gears of War to Gears. I'm sorry. That would be like Infinity Ward calling it COD instead of Call of Duty. I don't know. What's up, bruh?
How you doing?
How you doing, dude? I
I'm
started
doing-
the stream a couple of seconds ago.
That's all right. That's all right. I had to stop by PetSmart for a second. Pick
Oh,
up something
yeah.
For the pooch.
Yeah, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing great.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing really good.
That's good, man.
Yeah, man.
You
By
bet.
the way, the beta's back up, so if you want to stream it later today, we can.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, 'cause I checked. 'Cause I saw one of my streamers that I regularly keep track of was streaming it today. I was like, is it back up already? So I looked up on Xbox, and yeah, it's all we're good to go.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, I definitely want to get on it. You don't have to
Yeah.
like re-download. It should be already downloaded.
You don't have to uninstall it at all, as long as you kept the beta.
Well, right, yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
You don't gotta do anything.
No updates or nothing.
Nope, nothing. It's just back
It's
on.
just there. That's sick, dude.
That's what I love about like those public betas is that all you gotta do is just re-download it and it's all good to go. There are some games that still allow you to play betas that like just for the little bit that they have for the little content that's in there. I think Destiny had it for a while.
Dude, the Battlefield 6 beta is sick, bro. It is so good, man.
Yeah, it's so good. I haven't had that much fun on a Battlefield in a very long time.
Very long time, dude. The sniping. Okay, I love the sniping, dude. It like the gun sounds so
It
good.
sounds so good. I'm
This
bad
sounds
at
so good.
sniping, so what I usually do is I take off the scope. I just go irons.
Oh, do you really?
I
Do you?
just go irons.
Okay, here's the thing. The thing for me was the sniper rifles. I like if it's a shot from the chest up,
Yeah.
it should be
Yes.
a one-shot kill.
Yes,
Period.
please.
Yeah, so the sniper rifles need to be
Tweaked
like,
a little bit.
tweaked,
Tweaked a
and
little
the
bit.
shotguns need to be tweaked
Turn
because
them
those
down.
those need to be nerfed a little bit.
Yeah.
for sure.
Because I was hitting a lot of body shots with the sniper rifle. Obviously, there's going to be more powerful sniper rifles in the game. Like, this
Yeah.
is just the starting one.
Yeah,
But I would like to at least have a chance to, one-shot somebody in the chest.
well, because a lot of times I noticed when I was playing either King of the Hill or I was playing
I played
what was
mostly
it, Domination.
I mostly played Domination.
Yeah. When I was playing King of the Hill and Domination,
Yeah.
I was noticing like if I hit the guy but it didn't kill him, it's like, dude, you are screwed.
Yeah.
Like half the time you're screwed.
Like, not to mention, like, especially with the first sniper rifle, you got to rack the bullet back every time because
Oh,
it's a
dude.
bolt action.
Dude.
Granted, there's an attachment for it that auto does that for you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, you still have to unscope your gun and then bolt and then chamber it around it. It's just, if you
Yeah.
miss, you're fucked.
Yeah.
That's
no.
why I went with that's why I went with the actual no scope. I just like irons. Like I was like, man, I don't know what it is, but these scopes, man, I'm not feeling it. So as soon as I take off the scope, I get a headshot kill. I'm like, yep, never wearing a scope again. If I'm gonna wear a sight on it, it's gonna be red dot or something.
What specialist were you primarily rolling with?
Support?
Okay.
Because once I found out that the ammo bag that you place down not only heals but gives people ammo,
Yeah.
it just makes it so much easier. Because back in the old days, Battlefield, you had, I think it was the assault who had the ammo box, and then the medic had the healing box. But now just support, it's both boxes in one. And then if you level up mid match, you get a mobile ammo and health pack. So you just roll with the squad and you're healing them and giving them ammo.
Yeah. Yeah, it's no, dude, I have to give massive
love it.
props to
Not to mention, I still love that the community is still in there, because if you do anything, and if you hop into a Jeep, you put some Jeep stuff on it, everybody already knows, like, all right, he knows what he's doing, leave the Jeep alone. If you don't know what Jeep stuff is, I'm afraid you just don't know Battlefield, I'm afraid.
Dude, it is.
Do you know what Jeep stuff is?
No.
C4.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But it's been well known that you always put Jeep stuff on Jeeps, because then you just ram it into the side of a tank and blow it up. That's how you do it.
Did you play Conquest?
No, I didn't play Conquest.
I'm not jumping into that.
Oh. I mainly played
turn
Domination and Team Deathmatch. That was about it, or whatever other mode they had in. I just mainly played Domination. It's a lot of fun. I didn't get a chance to fly around in the jets or helicopters. I did get to play a little bit with the tanks. That was fun. You feel like you're in a fucking tank.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we're definitely gonna have to play that later for sure.
Definitely.
All right. What's up, guys? It's Zero here, bringing you all a brand new episode of the Gears Cast. Welcome everyone to the Gears Cast, the best Gears of War podcast here on YouTube. I'm super excited about our episode here today. We have a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is called the Gears Cast. We are going to be talking about a lot of different things though today. We've got a packed show here. I'm with my good friend, buddy, Animal Jeff, Animal J, the K0518. What's up, Jeff?
What's happening, everybody? How you doing today?
Bro, it's I'm trying to think. It's been like a couple of weeks since we did a show. I'm trying to think if I don't think you've been featured on an episode of the Gears Cast though.
No, I haven't.
So I'm excited that you're on my personal channel for this one, and I thought it was really important for the community that I have that we're building on my personal channel to kind of get a little bit acclimated with you, as well as like some of your insights and stuff, because I think that your insights and everything are really good with a lot of the stuff that I talk about on my channel. But I wanted to go ahead and I wanted to start with this. So I've got a number of things that I want to talk about, but the first one is this. And Jeff, okay. By the way, guys, we're going to be going live during Gamescom.
Yeah.
Which is going to be on, let's see, Tuesday, next Tuesday, the 19th.
Yeah, it's Tuesday.
We got essentially official confirmation because
we got a lot of games going to be there. A lot of games going to be there.
Yeah. So Xbox released it was basically like an image that showed a bunch of the games that are going to be at Gamescom, whether they're going to be shown at opening night live or they're going to be shown on August 20th or the 21st. Gears of War was not on there, and neither was Day of Decay. There were a number of games that were not on there. But what I was going to say is I don't know, dude. I'm getting a little bit concerned about the release for Reloaded because it's like after Gamescom, it's like less than a week away. So why them not having Gears of War at Gamescom? Do you know why? Like, does it make any sense to you? Because I'm thinking to myself, dude, the marketing for Reloaded has not been great. And I mean, maybe they're going to really ramp it up here soon. But I thought, what better way of reminding people, not only here in the States, but overseas, because it's in Cologne, Germany, that Gears of War is less than a week away. Why would they not do that? You know what I mean? And so that was something that was really, it's starting to concern me a little bit with Gears of War Reloaded, because not only do we have, they're not going to have it shown, at least from their image that they showed, there's nothing on there of Gears.
Where'd they show it at? They're
on X.
On X, okay. I was just trying to see if I can pull it up on Instagram real quick, because I follow them on Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, they might have it up on Instagram.
I didn't find it.
Okay, yeah, it's probably on X. I could probably, a matter of fact, I could probably send you the image that.
Let me see if I can pull it up, because I got Twitter as well.
Yeah.
I refuse to call it X. I'm calling it Twitter. I'm calling it Twitter.
Oh yeah, I've got it right here. They're let me see here, bro.
What's up?
I just sent it over to you.
Just look at their banner is kind of funny. There it is. Oh, that's free play days. And yes, my notification sounds like grand ping.
So no Gears of War. Do you think, would that concern you at all? Where it's like a week away, less than a week away, there's no Gears, and or I mean, like you're talking, I mean, we're not just talking about just a game from Xbox. I mean, we're talking about one of the staple games.
Yeah.
You know, would that concern you at all?
Well, from what I'm looking at from this post, it seems to be a bunch of games that are already out. From what I'm looking at right here. So I see Final Fantasy, I see Power Wash Simulator, I see Starbound Island, I see Indiana Jones Great Circle. These are all games that are out. Mm-hmm. So maybe there'll be a special announcement for
like Gears.
For Gears. So I'm looking at the post and it says, yeah, no gear, kind of expected that. But it may it may not be a good thing, but also maybe a good thing because they're trying to like withhold all the information they can just to try to like surprise people or something like that.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm just like when I look at all these games that they're going to be showing, it's like, bro, I mean, that's a lot of games,
There's a lot
but
of
you
games.
don't even have one of the staples on there. I mean, because basically, I mean, we're looking at Flight Simulator, Dying Light the Beast, that makes sense. Keeper, World of Warcraft, Call of Duty Black Ops 7,
If World of
Grounded.
Warcraft comes to Xbox, I'll be fucking happy, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I don't know what World of Warcraft Midnight is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a DLC probably.
Oh, is
like
it? Yeah.
since it's MMO, they have it's probably an expansion. They always keep
Maybe it
adding
comes to PC Game Pass.
maybe
don't know.
that'd be cool. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
But
Grounded 2, Hotel Barcelona, Invincible versus Chronos, Final Fantasy. Like, see, that's what, bro. This is why it's really bugging me about it. Because you're gonna show Chronos: The New Dawn, which doesn't come out until September 5th, but you have Gears of War coming out a week later. Like that does make that make sense to me. Like Final Fantasy
is a little weird.
Outbound, Power Wash Simulator. I mean, like, wait a minute. Power Wash Simulator, Star Sand Island, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, The Order of Giants. That must be some kind of DLC.
That is a DLC then.
Ninja Gaiden
there
4.
You go. You said it right finally.
Yeah, At Fate's End, Onimusha. I don't know what that is. Age of Empires 4. Overwatch 2 will be there.
Oh, boys.
High on Life 2. The Outer Worlds 2. Jurassic World Evolution 3. Fragpunk. Mistfall Hunter.
Why is Mortal Kombat there?
Mortal Kombat, it's a legacy collection. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, so
it must be a remaster of a bunch of the old ones.
If that is, that's fine because Mortal Kombat 1, they stopped support for it because they had a bunch of plans for it. Like they had a whole nother DLC planned for it, but the support for the game kind of just fell off.
Yeah.
Because my opinion, they took too long to add stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it was like 3 months after the game launched, we finally got a new character, which was very annoying. Even after like they teased the battle pack that they called it, or the fight pack or combat pack, whatever they called it, like before the game's launch, like, hey, this is the first combat pack. These are all the cool characters we're gonna add in. We got Homelander, we got Omni-Man, we got all these other cool characters, and y'all took almost 2 years to release all of them. It was bad. It just felt slow. And yeah, the second combat pack was cool as well. You got Ghostface, you got Noob Saibot, but like people kept wondering, like, these are characters that should have been in the game to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
For example, like the combat pack one was Quan Chi, who was in the main story. And I think there was another character who was also in the main story, but they didn't add them in until like almost 2 years later. It just felt so slow, and a lot of people were pissed about that.
Well, then you have Final Fantasy Tactics, which is like, dude, they're showing 2 Final Fantasy things at this thing. That's showing
a remake. That's a new game. Silent Hill F, Lego
My Hero
Adventures.
Academia, Silent Hill F, Lego Voyagers, Metal Gear, Snake Eater.
I'm happy to see Overwatch. I'm happy to see Jurassic World Evolution 3. I don't know what the new Indiana Jones game is going to be because I never played that.
Yeah, I have no idea. Here's okay. If you want to have like a silver lining, there's nothing on Helldivers there. So I'm wondering if we're going to see Sony show off Gears.
Maybe.
For PlayStation at Gamescom?
Yeah.
I don't know. Because maybe Sony's like, oh, we're going to show off Gears because it's coming to PlayStation.
Maybe.
But I feel like Xbox would show Helldivers 2 then. You know what I mean?
Well, they kind of did. They advertised it on Hell over their console.
Well, no, but I'm saying like at Gamescom. You know, it's like, hey guys, here's a reminder. Helldivers 2 is coming to Xbox in less than a week. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just I get concerned about stuff like that, dude, where it's like, bro, you're going to focus on 2 Final Fantasy games, but you're not going to show your maybe there's something big that's happening behind the scenes we don't know about. But at least right now it kind of concerns me a little bit. Because I just don't want you know, a lot of people like to completely forget that Gears of War Reloaded is literally less than a week away after Gamescom, you know? And the same thing with Helldivers. I mean, you know, it's like, I really haven't seen a whole heck of a lot of marketing around Helldivers 2 either.
They've been blowing it up. What do you mean?
Have they?
Yeah, they've posted like 2 trailers since the game since it was announced to come to console. Like they had the big announcement saying, "Hey, it's coming to Xbox," and then recently they just came out with another trailer.
Oh,
So,
did
like,
they?
Yeah, and that's when they quote unquote.
What, on YouTube or where?
Yeah, on
Oh,
YouTube,
okay.
on Instagram, everywhere. Hell, I just looked at the Xbox Twitter, and it's the top of the page. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
and not to mention, like that was when they announced the Halo collab.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Halo also went to Fortnite too.
Yeah,
I saw that.
I'm not pleased about that.
Yeah. Well, but
And
anyway,
also, it's a little kind of suspicious that that Fortnite releases a bug shooter game mode when both Helldivers and Gears is coming out around the same time. Yeah, just a little suspicious if you ask me.
yeah. No, I agree. I don't know. Yeah. But the question is for all of you guys out there, what do you guys think about Gears of War Reloaded specifically not coming to Gamescom, at least unless there's some kind of secret reveal or something happening behind the scenes? Maybe PlayStation is going to be the ones showing off Gears of War Reloaded, or just reminding everyone that it's coming less than a week after opening night live of Gamescom. But the question is for all of you, what do you guys think about that? Are you guys concerned, not concerned? Jump down to the comment section down below and let us know your thoughts.
I wouldn't be too concerned about Gears because I was just looking at their Twitter, like the Gears of War Twitter. They posted a trailer recently.
Yeah, they did. I know. But I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I just get, when you have an opportunity like Gamescom, and you just saw, Jeff, you saw how many games Xbox is about to show off.
I guarantee that's not the full list.
Maybe it's not. I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of games. And I mean, really, dude, we might be looking too much into it because maybe PlayStation's going to show it. I don't know. Weakness says Microsoft must hate money to not have already remade Gears 2 and 3 on PC as well.
Yeah, it's evil.
Well, yeah, I think they're kind of, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what they're, Microsoft should have done. I mean, we've talked about this ad nauseum, but Microsoft should have created a Marcus Phoenix collection or a Gears collection where it was like Gears 1, 2, 3 as a remaster, you know, or whatever you want to call it, reskin.
Is this on Horror Theory?
No, it's on my channel,
okay.
Animal Zero.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah, I think that it's coming, Weakness. I definitely think that we will be getting Gears 2 as well as Gears 3.
Yeah.
In terms of remasters at some point or another. I'm not sure. Hard to say when. But I would say it'll come sometime after E-Day, which we're going to talk about E-Day here shortly, guys, because Gears of War E-Day has been confirmed to be releasing next year, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Extra Father says, hello there. What is up, brother? If you guys haven't already, you guys should definitely check out Extra Father has some really cool content that he releases on his YouTube channel in relation to Gears of War. So you guys should definitely check out his stuff. But okay, with that being said, and with that said, guys, let's move on to this. Okay. At Blizzard, Jeff, there was a guy.
Yep.
His name is none other than Rod Ferguson. And Rod Ferguson, he was the studio head at the Coalition. He actually worked on Gears of War. He worked on Gears of War Ultimate Edition, I believe, Gears of War 4, and then Gears 5. Then he stepped away from Gears, goes over to Blizzard, and he becomes the guy for Diablo. And
which one?
He created Diablo 4,
Ooh.
Diablo Immortal. Yeah.
I love 4.
Yeah, 4 is awesome.
But just I never was a big fan of the mobile version.
So he goes over there, creates all these Diablo games, and okay, one of the things that he did, Jeff, when he was with the coalition, he confirmed before he left, before anyone knew he was leaving, he confirmed a Gears 6, a Gears 7, a Gears of War movie. He's promising all this shit.
A Gears of War movie would go hard.
Well, dude, it's been in development for years. And Netflix has it apparently. Like,
Is it animated?
What's that?
Is it animated?
No, it's live action.
Ooh, okay.
Apparently, Baptista is
David Batista?
He's trying to be Marcus. Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be so fucking funny. Dave Batista's Marcus. Oh my god, that'd be so good. I love Dave Batista as an actor.
Yeah, he's good. But anyways, it's been in development hell.
Oh,
it has been in development hell. Jeannie Love says, "Hey, what's up, MD? Sup, gang? What's up, bro?" I think that okay. So what he is, he just recently announced his leaving Blizzard.
Mm.
A lot of people were asking, is Rod Ferguson going to come back to the coalition, or what is he going to do next? And I got to tell you, dude, I don't know if you have you heard of Rod Ferguson? Do you know him at all?
Not a whole lot. I mean, I did enjoy his work with Diablo. Like
Diablo was cool.
I put so many hours in Diablo 4. Like, not even joking. I put so much hours into that game.
Yeah. Diablo 4 was awesome, dude.
Made the immortal
it was great.
You could not kill me. I was a wall of bone and flesh. You could not kill me.
The thing about it, though, was I've always felt like this, Jeff, even with like directors in movies, if you stay too long in one franchise, you almost overstay your welcome.
Yes.
I feel like with Gears, he did whatever. If it was Ultimate Edition, then you got to Gears of War 4, which I was like, okay, we're moving in the right direction. Then Gears 5 came, and it was like...
It was all right.
It was okay, but it was like... They changed a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it
from
wasn't what
Gears,
people...
From what Gears was, like that dark, gritty, linear story. They start doing semi-open world. We move from JD Phoenix to Kate Diaz, like within one game. You know what I mean? Like it was just a lot of change. Yeah. And I feel like if he would have stayed longer and Gears 6 came out, Gears of War would have been a fully open world game. Completely, he would have
kind of like what they did with Halo Infinite.
Kind of like what they did with Halo Infinite, and they would have completely changed it, which I think that the community would have completely turned its back on Gears because well, first of all, I do have a bone to pick with him. I do, because he changed the name from Gears of War to Gears. And to me, that's like, Jeff, that's like me saying, yo, I'm at Infinity Ward, and we're going to change the name from Call of Duty to COD. That's just like what you and I call it. We call it COD.
Yeah, that's just kind of like what it's called.
That was some bull. So anyways, I will never forgive him for doing that. Like he had this idea of, I'm going to change it. I'm going to change the name of Gears of War to Gears.
Yo,
like,
watch him change it back. Instead of calling it Gears of War, it's just GOW.
Yeah, from like God of War or whatever. Yeah, I know. Bro, I think that he is responsible for doing that. And look, I could also argue he's also responsible for helping to bring Gears back from its hiatus after
Gears 3.
After Gears of War Judgment. Yeah, Gears 3 and then Gears of War Judgment, because that was, I mean, the biggest fall from grace, which was Gears of War 3, which I believe is one of the greatest games ever, to Gears of War Judgment. So they brought it back. But anyways, so my answer to a lot of people who have asked about Rod Ferguson coming back to Gears of War, I do not want him to come back to Gears of War. It's kind of similar to the way I feel about Cliffy B coming back to Gears. I don't want him to come back to Gears either, because when you stay too long, a lot of times you overstay your welcome, and sometimes it's good for creatives like, you know, directors, developers to move on to other projects. You get like some fresh blood in there. I think it's real. Like we've got where we're moving with Gears and Gears of War E-Day. Dude, that trailer went so hard.
Yeah.
The Gears of War E-Day trailer went so fucking hard, bro.
Dude, people were so hyped to see Dom again.
God, dude. It was like
I'm not a Gears fan. Doesn't mean I don't like the games. But man, when I saw Dom, I was like, damn.
And Marcus,
really
like
happened.
just that battle he had with that locust in that room. I mean, just
it was so good.
It looked just, now look.
That brings me back to an Easter egg I found, because I played through Gears 4 a little bit with my buddy because he wanted me to play through Gears. He's like, "You're an Xbox player, you gotta play Gears." I'm like, "All right, fine, I'll play Gears with you." So he played through the story, and he's like, "What difficulty you want to play?" I was like, "I don't care." Like, "All right, then we're playing on the hardest difficulty." I'm like, "Okay, screw you then, buddy." But there was an Easter egg that we found out that was very nice. Is like, "What do you know about Dom?" I was like, "I know Dom went down like a G, basically just driving a bus through a bunch of explosions and shit." He's like, "All right, I'm gonna show you something cool." There's a graveyard scene where if you put in a special code, it's Dom dancing with his wife as ghosts, which was really cool. I was like, "This is really cool. Thanks for showing me." He's like, "Yeah, we can only do this on the hardest difficulty." Why though? Why can't we do this normally? He's like, "Because I don't know." It's
I agree.
Gears.
Yeah, it should not be. It shouldn't be held behind that. Like,
Doesn't matter. It was still a cool Easter
yeah,
egg.
yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
I do love when companies put in Easter eggs. It just is so nice, especially when it's tributes to either characters or other players. For example, one of my favorite ones is in Overwatch, where there's a map in China, and on one of the plaques where like there's a bunch of astronauts and stuff, it's of a player who passed away during the Overwatch beta, the original Overwatch beta. And at the very top, it says, "In Chinese characters, heroes never die," which is like one of the iconic quotes from the game, which was a very nice tribute. There's a bunch of others that I know, like my favorite. I've got the tattoo to prove it. Ark. They did a revamp of their Ragnarok map, which is arguably their most famous map, and they did a tribute to one of the YouTubers that really, I wouldn't say pioneered Ark, but it was just a group of guys who played the game and did a bunch of fun stuff with it.
Yeah.
Called Neebs Gaming. Really cool group of people. I met two of them live at NPC, I think 2024. Really cool people, awesome people. They made a tribute of one of those guys who passed away of cancer, and it was a very nice tribute. It's just a statue with all of their names kind of just like engraved in the stone. It's a very cool tribute.
Yeah, that's cool. I love it when developers do
Conan
stuff like
did that too for them when that guy passed away. They put a giant statue, not a giant statue, but kind of like a monolith where it's just like a quote of, "Here lies the man warrior," or something, "the human man warrior," or something like that.
Wait, from what game? Team Fortress?
No, Conan Exile.
Oh, Conan.
Because that was another game that they played the absolute hell
Didn't
out
they
of.
do that for like Team Fortress 2 or something?
Yes, they did it for the soldier voice actor.
Yeah.
They put a statue of the soldier on every single map.
Yeah, I love Easter eggs, man. But I guess the bottom line is, dude, is I feel, and maybe I'm just being a homer, but that Gears of War E-Day trailer was so good that
was
I'm
so
like,
good.
bro, I think we're in good hands, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know the Coalition has had
And
hits,
that
misses. That trailer, if it's anything like that, bro.
Have we seen gameplay yet?
No, we have not seen.
Really?
No, dude. I mean, well, Gears of War E-Day is coming. Like, it's confirmed to come out in 2026, but by the Gears of War official X page first and foremost. But I mean,
Oh, I was talking about Reloaded.
oh, Reloaded.
Yeah.
What about Reloaded?
I thought we were talking about Reloaded.
No. E-Day.
Oh, E-Day. Yeah, E-Day. I want to see some gameplay of that.
Oh, dude, same. I mean, we're probably gonna. I think we're gonna. I think it's gonna be the direct for the Xbox Game Showcase next year.
I
Kinda like
think
the
another
Outer
reason.
Worlds.
I think another reason why that they haven't showed anything for Reloaded is because it is just Gears 1, but with new graphics.
Yeah, enhanced graphics, like a reskin of
Yeah.
Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, so I imagine
Yeah.
they're not going to really show off anything like major. But
I just want them to do like a reminder to people, like, "Hey, yo, guys, remember this?" And, and then Gamescom's in Cologne, Germany, so maybe
Yeah.
those people
I
are
got a
like,
feeling they're
"Oh
gonna-
shit, I didn't even know Gears of War was even back. Gears Reloaded's coming, and it's going to be on
Yeah.
PlayStation."
I think Gears Reloaded's going to introduce a lot of people to the Gears game, and then when E-Day comes out, is like that's when the hype's going to really start to pick up for Gears.
Yeah, 100%. Yep, I agree.
I definitely think that they're going to focus more on E-Day when that ball starts rolling.
Well, and apparently, Gears is going to be, well, E-Day rumored or reported is going to be on the Switch 2 as well,
God damn it!
which is going to be crazy. I
God
wonder if
damn
we're going
it.
to see Helldivers 2 do that as well.
I don't see it.
You don't think so?
I don't see it. With Helldivers especially, there's too much going on for I believe the Switch 2 can handle. Because when you think about what games the Switch 2 can handle, I can see Cyberpunk now that I've like seen the capabilities of it on the Switch 2. It runs very well for Cyberpunk, which is
Does it? Well, dude,
yes.
if it can run Cyberpunk, it should be able to run Gears.
Well, I can see it running Gears,
yeah.
but I can't see it running Helldivers for this reason alone. When you play Helldivers, I played a little bit on PC, not a lot, but just to like get my feet wet for it. Because I think I bought it on Steam for like, was like on sale for like $15 or something like that. So I was like, why not get my feet wet whenever it comes out on Xbox, if it ever did, and now it is. But there's a lot of like entities in the game, especially on those higher difficulties. Not to mention, like on higher difficulties, the spawn rate is extremely high. My laptop was chugging trying to keep that thing up.
Yeah.
So I don't see it coming on the Switch. I just don't see it.
Yeah. No.
I'm excited for that Firm Software game that's coming to the Switch, though. I think that's going to be good.
What, Duskbloods?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be good.
Extra Father says Batista is just way too old for that role for real. Yeah, I'm not buying it. I mean, I'm gonna believe it when I see it, dude.
I would love it.
I am gonna believe it when I see it that this movie is happening. I don't even really. I don't know. I just don't. Like, I don't want an Assassin's Creed situation. Remember?
No.
Remember the Assassin's Creed movie?
That wasn't too bad, but it wasn't like an Assassin's Creed theme. Like, it was still like a. If you like,
they went like, I feel like there were those action sequences would have been so good if they weren't cutting back and forth between the Animus and you remember that?
Yeah.
That was the only thing I didn't like about it. I thought Michael Fassbender was like the perfect like assassin.
Yeah, it was great.
You know, to play, but I don't know, bro. Yeah, I just don't want I don't want it to be one of those another video game adaptation, you know, for a movie and it's like trash. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about.
I'm still mad about the Monster Hunter movie.
EA better be the best Gears game since Gears 3. If it's not, I mean, look, dude, it's got hype. It's got dude, it does, and I think it's gonna get more hype if EA is the direct for next Xbox Game Showcase. I think it's gonna get a lot of hype. Putting it in the stratosphere of Gears of War, like 1, 2, or 3 right now is very hard because those are so coveted and all we have is a reveal trailer. I mean, look, if it can be
Give us some gameplay. Who knows? They might show gameplay at Gamescom.
Dude, if they showed gameplay of EA at Gamescom, bro, that would be unbelievable.
I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, I would love
I am excited to see what other games are kind of come to Gamescom. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I am very curious why Overwatch is there. Very curious. I don't know what they're planning. I'm excited to see what they are planning.
Who again?
Overwatch.
Oh, yeah. I think they said, didn't they say something? I thought they tweeted something or whatever.
They did say they were going to Gamescom, but they didn't say why. Is my question. Yeah, I know they got the new season coming out, and they got a new hero coming out next season. But I want to know why. Like, why are you guys coming to Gamescom? And if you wanted to show off the hero, well, y'all already did with a trailer recently. So I'm curious, what are you gonna show? And it's clear to see what the other ones are gonna show. Like, obviously, the Indiana Jones one is gonna show off. Like, hey, we have a new DLC coming out for this thing. Let's see what else was gonna be there. I hate to bring it back to Gamescom, but this is very curious. I have no idea what Hotel Volclovia is. I'm excited for the Invincible game. I don't even know what Chronos is. The Final Fantasy remake, meh. Outbound, I don't know anything about. Power Wash Simulator, it's a simulator.
Okay, so really quick check out. I'm gonna read a couple of these. MD says this actor is almost in his 50s, but I could see John Bernthal playing Marcus. Maybe it's just me. John Bernthal, what, bro? That'd be
wild.
That would be wild. I mean, dude, I love him as the Punisher. I don't know if I can really see him playing. I could see him being in Gears.
I could see him playing JT Phoenix.
JD,
sorry. I don't know why I said JT.
I don't know.
I could see him playing JD.
That's a tough one. I don't know. I love John Bernthal. I think he's awesome. I don't know who I could see him playing though.
I can definitely see him as a Gears character.
Yeah,
because he's such a good actor.
Yeah, I
gotta watch Daredevil, the show, because he's
back,
because he's back in there as the Punisher.
Well, I thought, wait, is it in the new season?
Yes.
Or okay.
Yeah, I gotta watch it because I know he did such a good job with Punisher.
Jeannie Love says, I love Monster Hunter, and I'm scared to watch the movie. Wait, which movie? Is there a Monster Hunter
There's
movie?
a Monster Hunter live action movie. Now, before you watch it, I will warn you, they go really hard when it comes to the brutal scenes of Monster Hunter. They go into extreme detail about how horrific these things are. When you play the game and then you watch the movie, it is completely different. To put in perspective, you get to see a Diablos impale a dude. No joke.
Wait, so is it pretty good though?
It's good if you aren't a Monster Hunter fan like I am.
So it doesn't really stick to the lore or what?
No, it doesn't. The way they kind of played it off is that our world was kind of seeping into the Monster Hunter universe and vice versa.
Okay.
So it was more of just like the fact of like trying to fix this little problem.
I got you.
And I'm mad because they cut over 2 hours worth of footage with my favorite monster, which they teased at the very end of the goddamn movie and did nothing with it.
Who?
Gormagala. I love that bastard.
Oh shit.
It's the definition of a living shadow. I love him.
Extra Father says, after all this time, with all the silence and then the E-Day trailer, they need to succeed with E-Day. I really think Rod leaving gave TC the right motive to go the right direction. I 1000% agree with that.
Yeah.
Because I just think Rod, if he would have stayed too long, like I said, he would have overstayed his welcome, and we would have had a full-blown open world Gears of War game. And I really think that a lot of people would have turned their back on the Coalition and everything else. John Bernthal would be a great Baird with blonde hair. Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah, there you go. That's
John Bernthal with blonde hair, bro. I think like, yeah, I don't know, dude. I think that would have been absolutely epic, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But the question is for all of you guys, what do you guys think about, Gears of War E-Day? All of these different games that we're kind of talking about that are going to be coming to none other than Gamescom, as well as Rod Ferguson stepping away from Blizzard. Now the question is what is he going to do? Is he coming back to work with the Coalition? Is he going to a completely new studio? Drop down to the comment section down below and let us know your thoughts.
What he's going to do.
Yeah, who knows what he's going to do, bro.
Watch him start his own company.
Oh, is our audio's low? Is it? I didn't know that, bro. Let me turn it up.
Yeah. Can you send me the link of the stream? Because I couldn't find it on YouTube earlier.
I got you.
Appreciate it.
Let me see. Where's my phone? I'll send this to you right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I will never get tired of that.
Okay.
I will never get tired.
With that down, guys and girls, let's move on to this. Jeff, we kind of alluded to it earlier. You first came in here, and we're gonna kind of. I want to talk about this really quick before moving back over to like talking about Gears and a little bit of some Gears of War E-Day news that we got. I got to talk about this because it's weekend 2 of the Battlefield beta.
Yeah.
And that is Battlefield is cooking. Now, dude, bro, I got absolutely cooked though, Jeff. I'm going to tell you what happened. On Animal, I made a video talking I was going live and I was talking about Battlefield 6, the beta. And I was talking about, I had someone ask me, do I think that because it broke all of these records, like for Battlefield, and it even broke Call of Duty's records, right? Do I think that it's going to become FPS king by the end of the year, like in terms of player count?
Yes.
And I said no.
I
was like, no, dude, it's not going to be able to compete with COD because Call of Duty has Game Pass, and because they also had 40 million views on a YouTube video that still to this day, Battlefield doesn't even have 10 million. Now, I do agree that the numbers are crazy, but we also have to remember that it's an open beta that everybody can try for free. So that was okay, Jeff. What I'm saying is that's what I stated. And I put it up as a YouTube video, and I got absolutely cooked by the Battlefield community.
I don't blame them, man.
Bro, they cooked the shit out of me,
I was
dude.
watching some of the shorts too. I was like, "Are you crazy, bro?"
Bro, I got the Battlefield community found the video and just annihilated me. So, I mean, okay, so here's the question, bro.
I was listening to some of the points you made in there, and there are some that you made pretty good, but at the same time, you can't ignore the sheer success that Battlefield's been doing.
Oh no, dude, I think that Battlefield 6, what they're doing right now is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, from when we talk about the gun designs, the gun sounds, the sound design is unbelievable.
Yeah.
The maps, it's like, bro, it's a Battlefield, dude. Like, it is a military shooter through and through.
Yeah.
And so I think that Battlefield 6 is going to be very, very successful. Like I said, I just felt that I just didn't see any way that Battlefield can compete with COD unless it goes to like PlayStation Premium or EA Play or, you know, like something.
Well, COD shot themselves in the foot recently because they made a post about how they're not scared of Battlefield, that COD is too big to fail. In my opinion,
wait, who said that?
I think it was like one of the Call of Duty like official Twitter posts or something. It was I remember just being a social media post where they said COD is too big to fail. They weren't even like saying that they were confident about making a good game. No, they said that we're just so big, we're not going to fail. Which in a sense, they're right. But at the same time, you keep talking like that, man, you're going to get smacked in the lip.
Oh, for sure. Well, dude, I'm telling you right now, if Black Ops 7 didn't come to Game Pass, I'd be like, dude, Battlefield.
I didn't see it posted in Game Pass.
No, well, okay. We don't know yet. I'm assuming it is. I mean, like Xbox.
If it doesn't come
Xbox would be absolutely crazy. They would be crazy.
Stupid.
There's no way, dude. I mean, but like if I am gonna say this: if Black Ops 7 does not come to Xbox Game Pass, Battlefield 6 is gonna destroy it.
Oh yeah,
gonna destroy it in numbers.
Yeah, but
Game Pass I feel like it sways everything because like
yes, it does.
Because dude, like. You're not the biggest COD fan,
nope.
But you're gonna try it if it's free on Game Pass.
I already said that from the beginning. If Black Ops 7 is gonna be on Game Pass, I will solely play it just for zombies. That is it. I'm serious. I'm a big fan of zombies. That's about it. I'm not a big fan of multiplayer. I'm not a big fan of competitive. And also, to the fuckers who keep saying add a competitive mode to Battlefield, shut your fucking mouth. They don't need to be. There doesn't need to be a competitive mode in Battlefield. Shut up. I'm tired of hearing streamers say it. It doesn't need it. A battle pass? Maybe, but not a ranked mode. If you want to be competitive, there's going to be a leaderboard. There always is in a Battlefield. Those are for the sweats. The leaderboard. I swear to God, if I hear another freaking YouTuber talk about...
Wait, who said that?
XQC.
Oh my God. XQC?
Yeah.
Bro.
That was like that was the guy who started that whole nonsense. I was like, dude, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Let's see here. Okay.
Man, I didn't think I'd get that bad about that.
Okay, so Battlefield 6 is absolutely awesome. The sound design, the basic move, and the gameplay is going to destroy Black Ops 7 if they don't change their plan. Yeah. I mean, I agree to an extent for sure that, I mean, if Black Ops 7 is not on Game Pass, it's going to get destroyed more than likely.
Oh, yeah.
I will say, I mean, it's only uphill for Black Ops 7 because that reveal trailer was absolute trash. But like, yeah.
I agree with you to the extent of Zombies hasn't been that good since Cold War, but Zombies hasn't been that good in a decent amount of time. In my opinion, Black Ops 3 to 4 was probably the last good Zombies, in my opinion. Granted, this one was a step up from previous Zombies, and it was actually enjoyable.
Yeah.
I didn't like the World at War Zombies, like the remake of that.
I think Vanguard Zombies was like the worst Zombies I've ever played. That was trash.
I didn't even play that.
COD will fail when there's competition, especially competition that has grounded gameplay and more hype around. Yeah, I mean, I think, well, it could do one of two things. Like, if there's competition, it can do one of two things. You can crumble under the pressure of the competition, or it can breed greatness because, you know, like you have Call of Duty. It's like, okay, these guys are on our heels now. Now they're going to lock in and they're going to make something great.
That's what Tim said when he was playing the beta live. He said he was hoping this will light a fire under Call of Duty's ass.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, it should.
It should.
As much as the cockiness of those devs are thinking like, oh, we're just so big, we'll be fine. Yeah, y'all are still gonna make a lot of money, but at the same time, like, the way you guys keep pumping out CODs, like, eventually people are gonna like wise up and tell you to shut up.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, yeah, I think Battlefield, and it's fitting because Vince Zampella is helping with Battlefield 6, and he used to make Call of Duties, so he knows what people really want.
Yeah.
He did MW2 in 2009. He did MW3. Then he moved over to EA, worked on Titanfall 1, Titanfall 2, Apex, the Jedi games.
Yeah.
You know, now he's doing Battlefield.
I enjoyed those Jedi games.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I mean, bro, he's incredible.
I'm always excited for Star Wars content if it's good, because it's very hard to do Star Wars good. Because for one, it's been around for a very long time.
Yeah.
My opinion, there's a MMO out there that I love called Knights of the Old Republic. It's a very nice MMO for Star Wars. It works very well. Fallen Order, really good game. Jedi Survivor, really good game. Just too much on storage. That's my only problem with it. It's a terabyte. That game's a terabyte.
Yeah, why, dude? Why?
It's good, but Jesus, it's a punch to your storage. And in my opinion, the best Star Wars games were the Star Wars Force Unleashed games.
Yeah, those were cool. I really liked Knights of the Old Republic. I thought that was a cool one too.
I love Knights of the Old Republic. Not to mention Battlefront. Like, those games are always fun.
Yeah, there's been a number of people that got back into Battlefront too.
Still being played. Like, people when that whole meme started of like, everyone, we're hopping on Battlefront 2. We're all gonna hop on. We're gonna get these devs to make Battlefront 3. It's gonna be good. Everyone was hopping on this thing. Even I hopped on back in for a little bit, and I was like, man, I haven't had this much fun playing a Battlefront game in a very long time. Granted, I got curve stomped because of the game's leveling system, which is fine. Like, I'm fine being curve stomp if it's still fun.
Yeah. So I guess to round out that whole thing, you believe that they're like, is it your hope, or do you actually believe that Battlefield will outdo COD this year?
I know it will. Not a hope. I know it will.
The question is for all of you out there, though, what do you guys think about this? This is probably one of the biggest storylines in gaming of the year. Battlefield 6 versus Black Ops 7. Who's going to take it, guys? Who's the FPS king at the end of the year?
Also, I want to add, I played both the beta. I played the beta for Battlefield, not Battlefield. I did play the Battlefield beta, but I also played the beta for Black Ops 6, and I put more time into the beta for Black Ops 6 than Battlefield. And I want to say I had more fun playing Battlefield for the 2 days I did play it. I had more fun. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Having fun.
That's true. Jump down to the comment section down below and let us know your thoughts. All right, guys. With that down, let's move on to our final topic, shall we?
Yes.
Okay. So rounding this thing off, Jeff, there was a developer over at the Coalition that had brought out a on their website. They were kind of showing off like the work that they were doing on the new Gears of War. And there was a couple of things that were really interesting about what this individual had posted on his website. One of them being that in Gears of War E-Day, there is going to be destructible cover.
Ooh.
With the idea, potentially, we don't know, looking into it, could that mean destructible environments?
That'd be cool.
Which would be interesting. Now, obviously, it's not going to be anything like Battlefield.
No.
But you throw a grenade at some cover, Okay,
It's
now
gone.
you're gone, right?
Yeah.
Now the cover's gone. Now what do you do? Like shooting at certain destructible objects, right?
Yeah.
Like whether it's cover, whatever, interactable objects. Like
Yeah.
in Gears of War 3, you could grab a table and then like lift it over you while you like as cover, right? And I thought that that was really some interesting concepts. And so it sounds like they're bringing that back here with Gears of War, but in a whole new way, because Gears of War E-Day is being built from the ground up in Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah.
And so destructible cover would be, I believe, absolutely awesome. It could create some really fun elements to the gameplay. What do you think?
Well, it depends on how heavily focused it is.
Yeah.
Because when you say destructible cover, okay, that makes sense. Like not all cover is invulnerable, like most games, well, at least most old games. So you throw a grenade at it, it breaks, it destroys. But you got to think of also like what else can be destroyed: the floor, the buildings around you. Like what is going to be breakable is the question. For like example, in Battlefield, what I usually do if I need like cover, I'll blow a hole into the ground, and bam, now I have a deep cover that can't be really shot in unless you're from above.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, like the question is like, what's going to be breakable?
Yeah. I agree. The only reason we will get Gear 6 is if Kate Diaz turns into a baddie with Mira forcing Kate into tough decisions, ending up turning into a villain. Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, like the way I look at it is after Gears of War E-Day, you
What's
have
next?
What's next? That's the future of Gears is what's interesting to me, because it's like you can't go from Gears of War E-Day to Gears 6. It doesn't make sense. So they got to do like Gears of War 2 Reloaded, Gears of War 3 Reloaded, and then because if you're introducing it to PlayStation, a lot of PlayStation users have never played those original Gears of War titles. So like, bro, how are you going to go from a prequel to Gears of War 1 to Gears 6? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So you would almost have to do remasters of those other, couple of titles. And then I don't know,
Well,
what was canon? Did JD die? Did Dell die? It's just, there's too many question marks.
The thing is with E-Day especially, or not, sorry, yeah, with E-Day, no, sorry, not E-Day, Reloaded, is that since it's Gears 1, you don't have to make Gears 2 remake or Gears 3 remake. You could still play Gears 2 and 3 on Game Pass. So if you really wanted to, you can go play those games. But it makes sense in order to, just like revive the series a little bit to have Gears 1 first.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
also
I agree.
it also could leave the option if they wanted to, they could, but they don't have to.
But with Gears 2 and 3, they're going to want to release those on PlayStation as well.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? That's the only thing, is PlayStation is the wild card.
If
they
wanted
to, 100%.
It all depends on what the community wants.
Yeah.
If PlayStation players want to explore the Gears franchise, they can. But until then, they can play Gears 1 and Gears Reloaded if they really wanted to.
Yeah. Jeannie Love says, I commented on the video. I said I'd like to see the E-holes destroy buildings. And that's an interesting point.
Yeah.
Now, you really couldn't do it with multiplayer, more than likely, unless you're doing PvPvE, which it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But maybe you do that like where the emergence holes pop up during like as they're popping up during horde mode, or you know what I mean? The campaign and stuff, then it's like brings down buildings and whatever. I think that would be really interesting.
Yeah.
In E-Day, we need bloody, gritty, gore, dark atmosphere, texture in the world with great detail, deep conversations between Marcus and Dom. Beast or Overrun. Bro, Beast mode was sick, dude. I loved Beast mode.
I'm looking at Zerda Father's comment right now, and yeah, that would be a good idea to release on PlayStation, to release a Gears collection where it's all 3 games on PlayStation.
Yeah. 100%.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think now that you have Gears of War Reloaded, you already have Gears 1. So now you just got to do Gears 2 and 3. You can forget about Judgment, pretend like that never even happened. And then, skip to, I mean, you don't need to worry about really Ultimate Edition.
No.
I mean, Gears of War 4, Gears 5. And at that point, by the time we get to that point, Gears of War 4 and Gears 5, you could probably, I mean, shit, dude. We saw The Last of Us Part 2 got a remaster. So you could probably do a remaster of Gears of War 4 and 5 by that time we get there.
I know a lot of people were mad about that remaster.
Oh, dude, bro. It was the most unnecessary cash grab I think I've ever seen in my life. And I love The Last of Us.
I love those games.
I mean, bro, The Last of Us is incredible.
They're so fucking pretty. I love them.
And they're unnerving too.
Oh yeah.
They can be very unnerving.
They're very, especially with the second game. Like you feel like a horrible person in the second game.
Yeah.
You feel like such a bad person.
Yeah. Yeah. No, for sure, dude.
You start a petition for Beast 2.0.
Dude, it's true though. We need Beast. I don't care. And maybe it's gonna come back with E-Day. That would be so awesome. I think Beast mode was like just a slept on feature in Gears of War 3.
I never heard of this. What is this?
So Beast mode is the flip of Horde mode where you play as the Locust and you're going after the humans. It was so fun. I mean, dude, you're going through like they're setting, you know, it was such a cool mode, dude. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Yeah. The whole Hive Busters and the whatever, you know, that they came out with in Gears 5. It's like, bro, bring back Beast mode. I think they absolutely need to do that. But I would say, yeah, Beast mode, Overrun, those would be really cool. What else? Yeah, I mean, I agree with the rest of it though, where it's like it's got to be, you know, dark, gritty story, horror elements.
Definitely.
You know, obviously movement's going to be really important. I would say hopefully they come up with some really good maps for the multiplayer. Hopefully they don't like rinse and repeat a lot of like old school maps that we had in the older games. I mean, it'd be cool to see those, but like what it looked like before, you know, like Gears of War 1, Gears of War 2 or whatever. I love Escalation. Escalation's been one of my favorite game modes in like from Gears of War 4 and Gears 5. I love Execution as well. I would love to see some, I guess what I'm getting at is I would love to see some new game modes also integrated into Gears of War E-Day.
It wouldn't hurt.
Oh, bro, did they bring by the way, Escalation in Battlefield?
It's not in the beta.
It's not in the beta?
No, it's not.
I'm excited about Escalation because I've been I believe it sounds very similar to Gears of War's Escalation. But just Battlefield in first person. Yeah, that's gonna be bro. That'd be sick.
There is a game mode, I don't know what it's called, in Battlefront that I would love to see in Battlefield, where it's like Domination, where you control like each maps of the sector and like each like point A, point C, all that type of stuff. But if you capture all the points, you get a chance to raid the base in Battlefront, where you basically just go onto the enemy ship and then blow it up. I would love for there to be a game mode like that. I just think that was such a fun game mode. Problem is with that game mode, theoretically, the matches could go on forever.
Yeah.
Because if you fail to blow up the ship, you go back down on the ground to go recapture the points. So eventually, I don't know if there was a timer. I never saw one. The longest one I was in was like an hour and a half. Just an hour and a half of straight Battlefront. I was like, is this match gonna end soon?
Yeah.
It'd be a cool game mode. I just wish they put a timer on it, like a 45-minute timer.
Yeah.
I think that would be good.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's so many different modes that would be like I could see them integrating into Gears of War that I think could definitely be interesting. I mean, I guess like the bottom line for me, dude, is I want to see Gears Esports like come back. Like I would love to see. The Gears Esports scene was unlike anything. It was like the WWE of esports. Like it was just, you know, the trash talk, all of those things, the narratives. It was so cool, dude. And with Halo, I don't know if you heard about HCS. Halo's championship series is closing after the Halo Worlds.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately. So I'm wondering if that leads an opportunity for Gears Esports, where a lot of the Halo pros, a lot of them are probably going to go to COD. But I think that if Gears of War Reloaded introduces a scene for like to come back for esports, I think there will be some people that come in, especially if there's teams that back it and the coalition opens it up, and then with E-Day it could be fully back. So we'll have to wait and see on that.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
The last part of this, Jeff, is that there are going to be branching pathways once again within Gears.
Ooh.
So basically, I mean, you know, if you go back to like Gears of War 1, we had like, which path do you want to go, left or right? You know,
Yeah.
you just make very, very simple,
Very small decisions.
that you can go back and it's replayable, right?
Yeah.
Because then it's like, oh, I want to see what happens if you go to the right pathway or whatever.
Yeah,
And so what it sounds like is we have a very linear story that's coming, linear experience that has branching pathways in certain elements, which I think is going to be. It just sounds to me like E-Day is going to be a true return to form for Gears, which I think is what they need.
I think that's what it very much needs. And with Reloaded coming, it's a nice spark that's going to invite a lot of old Gears players to play Reloaded. And then when E-Day comes out, you're going to get a lot more new people, but you're also going to get a lot of the old people to come in.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. Esports will def come back for E-Day. I really believe E-Day is going to be the biggest Gears game we've ever seen. I think it will be the biggest Gears game of all time. It's not. I don't even think it's going to be close, because if it comes out, first off, on PlayStation, it's going to be going to that audience is going to be huge.
Yeah.
And then if it goes to the Switch 2,
No.
oh, bro. If it goes to the Switch 2, all the old heads that used to play Gears years upon years ago, back in 06, who have kids now, who have families,
it's true.
and then they have this, they might have the Switch 2, and it's like, yo, dude, I'm gonna get back into Gears because it's now on the Switch 2. I mean, I can just imagine all of the boomers kidding on Gears, bro. Gears of War E-Day, it is going to be huge. And here's the thing, bro. If they knock it out of the park,
What's next for Gears then?
holy shit. I'm telling you, dude.
Maybe we will get Dave Bautista's Marcus.
The question is for all of you guys,
or
though,
better yet, get The Rock.
The Rock or Vin Diesel.
I wouldn't mind seeing Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel, yeah, he could definitely play one of the characters. There's no doubt. But
Well,
the question,
he's short. But the problem is Vin Diesel's short.
yeah. The question is for all of you guys, though. What do you guys think about the developer at the Coalition talking about destructible cover, branching pathways, PS5 port, Switch 2 port? What do you guys think about all these things? Is Gears of War E-Day going to be the biggest Gears of all time? Drop down to the comment section down below and let us know your thoughts. All right, guys. And with that down and out of the way, that's going to do it for us. Jeff, I appreciate you coming on to the show, brother.
I'm always glad to come on these shows, man. Anytime.
How can people find you, brother?
You can find me on. Let me get up. Yeah,
Man, you sinking, bro.
I know, man. I just got devoured by shadow demons for a second. I was looking at the freaking video. I'm like, man, I just look like my entire soul is being sucked into the chair. Anyway, hold on. Y'all can find me on Twitch at jthek0518. That is in all letters JAYK the K 0518 on Twitch. I'm probably gonna be streaming later today with Battlefield if you want to.
Yeah, we can definitely play some Battlefield, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
excited.
Definitely down to do that.
I forgot to mention. Did you see what they did with cheaters on Battlefield? During the beta, they found and banned over 300,000 cheaters.
Really?
Yes.
Holy shit.
In the short time that the beta was out, they banned over 300,000 cheaters.
That's insane, dude.
And that's higher than some of the queue timers I was seeing. Those queue timers, man. Oh.
Dude, I was like queued like 14,000th or something.
I got hit with the 300.
Really?
Yeah.
At least it moved quickly.
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed too. Like, these queue times are huge, but
They
you're
move fast.
in. Yeah, you're getting through them pretty quick.
Really quick, if E-Day is big and succeeds, we will most likely see Gears of War Pendulum Wars, Gears 6, Gears Collection, maybe Gears of War E-Day too. Yeah, I think Pendulum Wars makes a lot of sense to me. I think a lot of people would love to see that. You know,
Depends on where E-Day 2 not E-Day 2. When depends on where E-Day ends.
yeah,
maybe there'll be
probably at the. I feel like it's gonna lead us into Gears of War 1 or something.
That's what I'm saying. So who knows? They might not be an E-Day 2, but an E-Day would definitely be good.
yeah,
Or hell, a DLC for E-Day.
yeah. I just don't know how long they're gonna be able to milk the
Yeah.
characters Marcus and Dom. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
they're cult classics, but at some point, I just don't know if
That's
it's kind of like, you know, with Halo, they're gonna have that issue with Chief.
Well, the thing
you
is
know,
with Chief.
figuring it out.
Well, the thing is with Chief. Chief's a super soldier, so
Yeah.
he could
He could
theoretically
go on forever.
Yeah, he can go on forever.
Yeah, you
That's
just
the
got-
thing
you-
with Chief.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, but
Like, I don't know about Marcus and
Dom.
I don't know about Marcus and Dom. They look like normal people, just like really buff normal people.
Oh yeah, they're normal. Yeah, they're normal, but
They're not. They don't have any modifications at all.
no.
Damn, that's impressive then.
Yeah, they're beasts, dude.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, I want to just say thank you so much to all of you guys and girls out there watching the videos. Whether it's on here on my personal channel, on Animal, on our channel, on Horror Theory. You guys are crushing it, and
Yeah.
a lot of you are watching our videos on on all three of the different channels and stuff. The
that's right,
content
you guys are on
network.
TikTok now.
What's that?
I thought you guys on TikTok now, right?
Oh, Zero Dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep, we're on TikTok now.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, I just really appreciate all the new followers, all the new subscribers, members. I mean, it's awesome, guys. You guys are crushing it, and I'm really excited to bring a ton of Gears of War content to all of you. Excited to bring, obviously, on Horror Theory, bringing a lot of different horror games like State of Decay and stuff, and then of course with Animal,
Yeah.
we're talking a lot about Battlefield,
Mhm.
and so I'm excited and I'm super grateful for all of you. But if you guys did enjoy this episode of the Gears Cast, make sure that you guys leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, stay positive, just keep grinding. And as always, I'll talk to you guys all in the next one. Peace out.
Later, gamers. All right.